You can't really expect too much from Hasbro in general. They can expect a lot of money, but can't expect to get much back for your money. And why be easy when you can just die? Woo! Well, I'm Chewy Mew. Welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome to another Chewy Mew video, where today I'm going to be taking a look at the, I don't know what the name of this is. I'm just going to call it Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse Spider-Man, which is Peter B. Parker Spider-Man. I think he's not fat, so it might not be him. It might be the blonde one, blonde Peter Parker at the start of the movie. But either way, yeah, so I made a video talking about this guy, and I also bought 2099 Spider-Man, and I bought both of these guys at Walmart today. I was recording this. For you, it might not be today, but for me, it was on the 8th of August. So, you know, 8th of August when I bought this, and I kind of decided I decided to get these because they're cheap. They were like $11 with like about $12 with tax included. And I was like, I kind of want it because I kind of did want a just a Spider-Man in this costume, because I do have the Marvel Legends version, which this one obviously has significantly more articulation than him. This guy has like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 points of articulation. Doesn't even have knee joints. Yeah, 7 points of articulation versus, like, I think, like, 27? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25. Yeah, 25 points of articulation. If he had butterfly joints, it'd be 27, because Pizza Spider-Man has 27. Or no, Pizza Spider-Man has 25, because he doesn't have boot cuts, but he does. But either way, I kind of want to try a head swap on these guys, like, to see if I can put the head sculpt for him on him. And that'd be cool if I could, like, swap part. It's probably gonna, I'm probably not gonna do it, but it would be cool if I could, like, it's like him in costume and then him outside of the costume. I think that'd be cool. But either way, also, you may notice this is plastic-free packaging, as Hasbro puts here. So my issue with having plastic-free packaging, I think it's great. You know, I think it's great to help the planet. Personally, I think Hasbro's doing it to cut costs, because imagine how much money they save not having any plastic here. But the one thing I don't like about it, with Marvel Legends, having them completely sealed makes sense, because if people, if there was the Marvel Legends exposed like this, people would just take the head off and go. Honestly, I could probably take this out and, like, stuff it like in my pocket. No one would even see it, you know? Because I've seen people cut figures out of packaging. So for me, the issue having plastic-free packaging like this is because people take the head. I've seen Star Wars figures, like, it's the tiny figures like these ones, where I saw them steal Darth Vader's head and his lightsaber. And I've seen, like, people steal Iron Man head, No Way Home Spider-Man heads from, like, the toys like this that don't have the packaging. I think this is cool. I just kind of feel bad because people are probably going to be stealing parts. I did actually see a Miles missing a head, so people did steal heads. I'm lucky they didn't steal his or 2099, because then I wouldn't have been able to buy him because they didn't have a head, you know? So let's open this guy up here. So, where's my scissors? I had scissors right here. Here they are. So I first want to see if I can even can I slip this guy out of the packaging like Houdini? I could probably just slip him out, right? Yeah, see, I don't, you know, I don't feel bad for, like, Hasbro or Walmart. They're like, oh, they stole the thing, now they can't make money. It's more like, that sucks because consumers won't be able to, you know, buy the item if people steal them. This might be a tutorial of, like, hey, how you can steal figures, but please don't steal these, you know. Not to be, like, you know, hurt Hasbro, because if you steal stuff, Hasbro doesn't lose. They still win, you know. But it might be easier if you cut it. You know, that'd probably be a lot simpler if you cut it. But well, I'm just gonna, you know, rip it out like that. But yeah, so here he is. All right, guys. I'm gonna be honest. It's not very good. I mean, obviously, I kind of knew this. This isn't meant to compete with, like, you know, a Marvel Legends figure. I do want to see if it scales, and it's probably not going to scale in. Here's my first Spider-Man figure ever, and it kind of does work a little bit. The scale does kind of... Okay, this guy doesn't stand up. He's not a very good example. Oh man, this is all just to compare these two. So he's a shorter figure anyway, so yeah, you can see the scale of these two guys. The scale does work pretty good. So I mean, they are compatible, sort of. I mean, they do fit more with, like, a small figures here. But if it doesn't scale, that's kind of okay, considering Into the Spider-Verse characters are kind of lanky and a little bit funky in proportion. Oh man, these legs are really, oh dear, you hear that crunching sound? That's probably not supposed to happen. They didn't break though, so that's good. Yeah, so I'm just testing to make sure all the joints work here. Yeah, that was just really scary how the legs like sound like they cracked. They didn't crack though. It's still together, so that's good. But yeah, so here's the face. I'm pretty sure, I kind of hope I'm wrong, just, you know, not throw more dirt on Hasbro, but I'm pretty sure this is a re-release from Into the Spider-Verse. The face sculpt looks pretty cool, looks just like from the movie. You know, if they painted in the web lines, that would be perfect. They didn't though, so, I mean, it's Hasbro at their usual. Very good Spider logo. I will say, not having painted web lines, the webs kind of do get lost. I feel like you can still see the webs on the head pretty clearly, but like on the torso, it's kind of hard to see the webbing because it's just like this plastic look to it. Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff to say on this guy. Like, I wish he had like the T hips here, maybe like a bend in. If he had like a bend in the knee, if he had like one of these kind of joints like this in his knee, that'd be good. He doesn't have it, so you know, it kind of limited to just like these kind of poses, you know, just like one fist, one web. Oh, also I forgot he had an accessory here. Yeah, he actually has this web accessory here too. Okay, there we go. Oh, this one's more secured in than the actual figure. And according to the back of the box, you just you know, stick this onto his wrist. You stick it onto this bad boy's wrist right here. It's kind of not sticky. It's kind of tricky to put it on here. Yeah, because this thing is hard plastic, so it doesn't fit on too good. On the packaging, they show you're supposed to put it like this. It's a respectable web effect. It would make a little bit more sense to have it like this because his web shooter, like if you have it at an angle like that, that looks pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I feel like you could damage the plastic doing that. You might want to like heat these up and kind of stretch them out a little bit to make them fit better. But yeah, that's a cool accessory. I mean, it's better than nothing, but you gotta rate up. Peter B. Parker is stuck between wanting to protect old pal Miles and siding with his more experienced Spider-Man comrade. And so what I wanted to test on this is I want to see if you can swap the head on this. Like you can can you just go ahead and just pop this on here? Come on. I need to put a little bit of force on this bad boy. No, doesn't seem like it's gonna go in there. Yeah, so I mean, it kind of does work. He does have like Into the Spider-Verse kind of designs. They're kind of more lanky, so I feel like this does kind of work, kind of like Waluigi proportions. I heard crunching sounds. Yeah, this one's probably gonna. Yeah, that one's not gonna go on as good. I mean, kind of. The red is a little bit darker on this one, so I mean, it does work still. I still think. Now that one doesn't look as good. You get something kind of like this a little bit. But yeah, so let's go over his articulation. It's not very much here, but head is a ball joint, so you can kind of have it angle left and right. Kind of not really look up. You can look down though. Rotate all the way around here. The arms go up a little bit past 90 degrees if you kind of force it. I think normally they expect you to go like this much without pushing it. You get a single bend in the elbow and a rotation at the elbow. The legs kick. I mean, less than 90 degrees on both feet, and they don't really go back much. I mean, they kind of do a little bit. I wish he had the same knee joints as he does in the elbows. That would have been pretty cool. I mean, you can't really. It feels kind of weird to say you can't expect much for $11. I mean, I expect like a full posable, like a fully articulated figure for, you know, $11. But you know, for Hasbro, you can't really expect too much from Hasbro in general. They can expect a lot of money, but you can't expect to get much back for your money. You know. Also, on the bottom of the foot here, I can't even see that, it's so tiny there. Marvel, and then, oh, it's made in Vietnam. That's different. And then, oops, that's my finger. Hasbro SA 2018. So this is made in Vietnam. That's different than China. I mean, that's cool, I guess. This should be like a Happy Meal toy, you know? This should be like $3 or $4, honestly, but I wish this had like a suction cup. Wouldn't that be cool? But either way, that's all for this video. If you'd like to, be sure to let me know, and I will see you guys. This isn't meant to be a superposable figure you put on your shelf with your massive collection of Marvel Legends. It's kind of more just a cool toy for a kid that, you know, a parent wants to buy their kid a toy, but they don't want to spend $27 on a toy. They're just more like, here, kid, it's Spider-Man, and it, you know, gets the job, and it's a cool toy. It doesn't stand up though.